and that is just really encouraging. I feel like the whole, like, is it a Manning thing where you have to wear the quarter zip? You always have to look like you're ready to play golf. Is that it? I love
100%.
everything about the quarter zip. Do your pajamas, do they have a quarter zip on them also? That would be great, right? I just, like, when you guys started this, was the pitch of the show, it'll be two brothers, and then we'll have Belichick, which is kind of like, you guys are these two sweet, thoughtful guys, and then Belichick, who's kind of like the great promotion of our lifetime. It's like, well, you know, if you couldn't get Belichick, were you going to get Dick Cheney? I mean, it's just bizarre.
I'm glad you
I
did,
love
so
it.
keep it up.
Thank you, I think.
Jim, hey, Jim, thanks for joining us on the ManningCast. I'd love to hear what you think of tonight's game so far. Before you answer, I should remind you,
sometimes
we
I-
have 3 tour dates in Texas coming up.
Yes. Look, I am doing shows in Fort Worth, and I love Texas, and I'm still kind of angling to see if the Garrison brothers will send me some bourbon. But as a kid who grew up a Redskins fan, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that anymore, and was tortured by my siblings whenever they lost to the Cowboys, there is a little sweetness to some of the struggles, but I also know that, the Cowboys have dealt with a lot of pressure for decades now, right? The expectations are always super high.
Yes, and those expectations are put on them by their own people. So that's kind of how it works now. There, Jim, you're not just on tonight for laughs and jokes. You also know football. In fact, you were a walk-on defensive end at Purdue in '84 before transferring to Georgetown, where you also played football. So my question is, how would defensive end Jim Gaffigan get to the quarterback?
Oh yeah, look at this guy.
I mean, by the way, I played football at Purdue long enough to get that photo, and I applied to like 9 colleges, and I didn't get in any of them. And back in '84, you could apply to Purdue with a postcard. I love Purdue, but they more or less, they asked for walk-ons. I was kind of delusional and thought that I could be a lineman, even though at that time I weighed 170 pounds. And so I did it for like 2 weeks, and the coach was like, I was actually an offensive lineman. And he was like, look, this is the Big Ten. You're going to be murdered. What are you doing? So, and then I went to Georgetown. Football probably helped me get in there, but then I quit. I'm a quitter. I quit my junior year. My brother was the captain of the team when I quit. When I went in to quit, the head coach, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. That's how I would have done it, by the way.
Hey, Jim, real quick. Yeah, go ahead, Eli.
All right, we're in the red zone.
Here, Jim.
In the red zone, we got our perfect prediction panel. So, I'm gonna do this little one. What do you think's gonna happen right here? You think Houston's gonna score?
I tell you exactly what's going to happen is that C.J. Stroud is going to run it in. He's going to look to pass, but he's going to run it in. Just watch this. It'll happen.
I like that. I like that prediction. He doesn't run many touchdowns, but I like that. I can see that.
Just watch this.
It's bold.
Now, what if it does happen?
Oh, shovel pass. Oh, if it does happen, you get on the big board. We have a big screen of all the people that make perfect predictions. And if you're wrong, there's an almost perfect prediction. So if like CJ throws a touchdown, I'm like, it's close enough.
I mean, either way, someone's going to run it in. So it's really always, if you say it's a running play, even if they catch it, they have to step in bounds for 2 feet. So that's run too, right?
Yeah. So you're just trying to.
So it's going to be a running play, right?
Yeah.
I'll take an asterisk next to it.
Here we go.
And from a distance, you can't really tell who is CJ. So like, I could be like, oh, that looks like CJ, even though they have a different number. Right?
killing them.
That's. What about the guilt when you have, like when
Yeah.
you would, I guess you
Alright.
guys wouldn't be responsible for many penalties, but like that guilt when someone would commit a penalty in the red zone, it's like,
Sound
come
value
on,
will
man.
pay for it.
Right?
Now
Like,
they say
that's-
your number. They didn't used to say your number. Now they're like holding number 78. I mean, everybody just looks to you. It's all your fault that we're going backwards.
And so
Yeah, to me-
if it does end up, go ahead, sorry.
No, you. I'm just waiting to see Stroud run his touchdowns.
So like, so but if they don't get the touchdown and they lose this
Yeah.
game, you know, is there a post-game discussion where we could have sealed the deal on the game, but you did that penalty?
I mean,
Hopefully
Because
not
there's
in
the
the
mental
third quarter.
crisis. Yeah.
the media will point it out. You know, if that, I'm not sure we can point it to that one play right here in the red zone. I mean, I think you can point it out, Jim. You have a big platform. Dallas might blitz right here.
Well, zero.
Play
Yeah.
number 0. Oh, dropped it, Jim. Dropped it.
All right. We'll give you another opportunity. We'll give you another opportunity.
well, this
I
is
think
gonna
kicking
be-
it, they're gonna kick it in. That is not running it in. I don't think they're using a foot, but I don't think
But
we
the
can.
kicker has to
use
take
that.
a couple steps towards the ball, so that's kind of running. You know what I mean?
Steps,
like slow
I don't know,
motion
steps,
running. Do you know what I mean?
Slow motion running.
There's
I think
always
it
running
hits-
involved.
That's walking. That's a very walking, running.
Hey, Jim, I want to know what that Georgetown coach said to you when you told him you were quitting. Was he disappointed?
Well, I went in to quit because I was a lineman, and linemen fantasize about quitting all through those early practices. You finesse players.
And we'll be right
Hold
back.
that thought. I want to hear it. Surely he was crushed.